Hello everyone, welcome back to Bedmon Inc. I almost said conversation there. Well, welcome back to Bedmon Incorporated on the Chaosville server. We are here at our fairly young hub station, which we've just been kind of gradually expanding as we've gotten more and more people on the server. So everyone's got their own book to where they want to go, and their own head next to it, so we know whose is whose. So the hub station's kind of been evolving over the past kind of couple of weeks or so. So that everyone's here now, and we've got everyone. Originally we just had lecterns and book stands and stuff, and it was kind of annoying because every hub station linking book has you at a different orientation at the center of the room, so we always got turned around. So then I added item frames with images of everyone, and then we moved up to heads, because that's even better. So yeah, here's mine, which we're probably not going to be visiting all that much today. The outpost, you saw it on the way in that I've been doing some stuff, but our main thing today is that we are focusing on a new side project, which is going to be Bedmon Inc. Project 1. And that occurs down here with the location books that we have at present. So we've got like 4 different villages that we found villages in, and we've harvested a couple of villages from those by various means. And we have this one over here, just over here, and that's mine. So let's hop back into my eyeballs, and we'll go and take a look, shall we? And what a lovely point in the day to actually arrive. In fact, yep, it's the night. Well, welcome back, and to my eyes, and here we have Bedmon Inc. Project 1. As the sign indicates, this is Night of the Living Dead. Specifically, this is a build of the farmhouse from the original, I think it's 1968-67, Night of the Living Dead movie by George A. Romero, who also is the director of our main project, which we will be getting to eventually. I'm still trying to look for a couple symbols. Just getting here where it's later and safer. So, the farmhouse doesn't have as much information about it available as we did with Carpenter Station, but there's enough that I'm managing to get a significant volume of details. I'm reasonably certain, let me just check them out, that this is the rough layout, the rough internal layout of the building. I may have scaled it up a point or two too large, because I've noticed that every single room is pretty much huge, and every single door seems to end up being double. But, yeah, this is approximately the correct scaling, and I've pointed out what all of these areas are. So here's the stairs to the first floor, where Barbara, after entering in a kind of like haze from being attacked in the cemetery, wanders up here, looks to her right, and she sees the partially cannibalized body of one of the farmers. And here's the main living room, where most of the action happens. I'm not entirely clear on this. Oh, hello, there's a wolf knocking at the door. Well, you're not getting in. Fortunately, I have plenty of ammunition for a neutral and exorcist, but of course Barbara can only hold one at a time. So, yeah, you're not getting in here. I need to make more seeker shots, that'd be good. Let me just tweak something with how I can see things. So, you may wonder, there's nothing here. There's, like, not really much in the way of supplies. So, how am I going to be doing anything? Well, yeah, made these because they're going to be handy. So, well, answer to that is back over here near the door where Barbara enters. That was a spider. Oh, yeah, it is a spider. You can die now. Thank you. Yeah, through here we have... This is officially labeled as storage on a lot of the fan fan layouts of the building, but I'm not really sure why. I guess it's the side entrance or something, but it's a nice enough door. Here we have our ender chest. So we've got a blue cyan coating, and this is a diamond lock, which is you just right click the lock of the chest with a diamond, and that means that this is specifically mine. If anyone else makes this same combination, they cannot see what's in here, which is good. So we've got a couple of random things. I was playing around with the bees, gradually moving along with those. Foundcraft research, I hit the wand of equal trade, which is going to be handy. And then we just got a bunch of different materials, most of them involving food, because I was filling out the kitchen. Yep. So in the kitchen there is these functional taps. You can turn them on and off. I can't really have lava in one because it'll cause all manner of problems. We have... This is what I'm thinking of as the fridge, so I'll keep my raw materials in the bottom down here. So get rid of that so I can use this. And yep, there's potatoes. So raw materials up there, cooked materials up here. So we can keep things nice and clean. I have actually been using this glowing bread of late, which is just bread with some glowing water from Xeno's Reliquary. And the reason that's special is that it only takes one piece of it to completely refill your hunger bar. So I only ever have to eat just the one. And I'm going to have to start growing some pumpkins around here soon, because over here at the main preparation area, we have a couple of templates. So these are, well, we have one template that's used and one blank template, because I haven't used that. But there is this piece out of, I think, Mo Creatures, possibly extra biomes, called the Rat Burger. And let's see if we can toss one of these together while we're here, shall we? So just plunk that there. It tells us all the ingredients we need. It also shows all of the things in there, and if you stick it in there, it'll automatically kind of assemble so you can pull them out. I don't think I have any spare bread on me. We may have to start wheat production over here, especially since it requires seeds as well. But the Rat Burger is a nice little meal, and I thought it'd be nice to have just the odd recipe up here above the main workstation, because that looks nice. And we can see out here, I don't have any of the bedrooms in place, because that's all on the first floor, which you may notice it does not exist yet. So let's hop into bed, and hopefully Sark will be helpful here. I may not rest now, there are monsters nearby. I wonder who they could be, because I don't actually see any. Are they through? Yeah, I think they're through here. Well, Skelly Bob, shoot me all you like, you're going to die. There we go. Right, thank you, Sark. And that can get us to, out of the night of the dead into the day. Although that's a much later movie. And woo, there's one over there. Another one wandered in. The hill that's at the back here kind of just graces that wall so that it's not uncommon for me to see. Hold still while I try to kill you. Thank you. So it's not uncommon for me to see a bunch of things wandering in through here. But everything else seems more or less okay. Oh, look, there's another one. With much worse aim. Thank you. Hey, yeah, I upgraded Sword of Hole Making to include Smite and Fire Aspect. Well, Looting and Fire Aspect, because I got a couple more enchanted books from wandering around in Mistcraft Worlds. If you've seen Dave's latest episode, he has been doing... I say latest episode, I'm recording this ahead of my last episode going out, because I'm trying to keep one in the docket, as it were. Yeah, you're not getting in here. Sorry. If I hit you, you'll have a very warm day. On the bright side. Yeah, Inv tweaks does that quite a bit. But, the main thing we're going to be doing is investigating the materials needed. So I've got an image on the screen now of one of the most prominent views of the building from the original Night of the Living Dead. Intriguingly enough, no one has managed, to my knowledge, to find the building that was used in the film. Just load up on some ammunition here, because I don't think those guys are going to go away. And of course, Whoa! Damn it, I'm gonna fix that now. Oh, come on. How many creepers? How many creepers could there possibly be stood directly behind me? Is that all of them? Hey. Well, fortunately, Barbara allows us to have our glowy bread managed to keep our hunger fully stocked, so that's something. And once we turn this place into a proper farmhouse, maybe we'll get a more stable local source of food. Balls. Creepers never give you the same number of blocks as they destroy, so you're lucky if you can cover up one hole, let alone fill them in. But I'll give these a more thorough look later on, I think. Just want to get a quick covering. There we go. So these are acacia trees, and I use them because they're a dang sight lighter than the birch trees. I'm gonna show up under the wooden planks apparently. Acacia. There they are. There's two kinds. One comes from the desert, which is that one, and they're part of arboriculture, but you can find them randomly. So I've got acacia wood planks currently for all of these. Excuse me. But I then discovered that there is balsa in here, and that really just kind of blows birch and acacia out of the water for being perfect in the hue of white. But we're going to be using acacia just for the moment, because I can switch over with my want of equal trade later. Because I don't have access to balsa just yet. But I've got a fairly straightforward kind of acacia wood farm over here, which is serving most of our needs. So, yeah, there it is. Acts of utility. Unfortunately, these aren't listed under tree feller just yet for us, so I do have to mine them old school, as it were. Oh, I'll find off 4 shots in the course of the evening. Oh yes, before I forget, before something jumps me again, there's been someone, at least in just about every episode thus far, wondering what my render distance is on. There you have it. Short. If I go any lower, no one, including me, will be able to see what's happening. And I've got fog off, which is why it may at times appear to be otherwise. Because if I had the fog on, I'd, again, barely be able to see anything. So yeah, it is not a lag issue, it is... Well, we do have some lag issues on the server, but this is mostly just the fact that I don't have a dedicated gaming computer to really use for making this series, which I'm hoping to resolve. That was what the Mado Lying Summer donation drive was for. If you weren't here before, that was to get me to appear on camera wearing a maid outfit. But for various reasons, that didn't turn out very well. Yep. Get in me. Thank you. Okay. But I've been reviewing my savings, and I've got Easter holidays coming up soon. So who knows, I may be able to pull something together. It may just be the computer itself without a monitor, but I may be able to pull something. And then we'll probably have to be eating some very cheap soup for the rest of the term. But, here's hoping, here's hoping. Just over here. So yeah, these are the acacia trees, and part of arboriculture, with arboriculture you can create different kinds of trees. So perhaps I will manage to create balsa. I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but I'm gonna find out one way or the other, I guess. And what's my next doing here? 317 500. Unfortunately, this isn't actually like the first site that I picked out for this whole project, because I originally picked the island just opposite the river on of the outpost, only to find out that the place was... I literally cleared out a gigantic piece of forest using this axe, which was interesting dominantly because I then found, like, the way that the tree captor mod works for us is, every tree that's connected is effectively one tree when you're mining it. So more than twice, I think like 3 times, I hit it and ended up with -1 durability on the axe. I think it was a bug that I didn't get it, it didn't just break outright. But I'm not complaining too much because I like this axe. It is a nice axe. A fine axe. Okay, so that's over a stack of acacia. And we need to put together some stairs, because I think that's going to be our first thing, is to get upstairs and start building the rest of this structure, and then we can get down to the nitty-gritty of power details and whatnot. But this isn't really going to be, this isn't, how should I put this? Both this project and the eventual mall from Dawn of the Dead are very different animals, so to speak, of projects compared to Carpenter Station. Carpenter Station was a research outpost who... Is that? Yeah, they're trying to get at me. Grr. Alright, fine, I'll just leave you behind. Yeah, no, not. Okay, just leave that there for now. The outpost was meant to be a functional location. It was an Arctic research station that was, if you are here and you are trying to, say, charge quantum armor, you are in the wrong place. It was a location that was purely meant to serve the function that it did and basically nothing more. But we, of course, expanded it in certain areas. Because we lived there, but we're not going to be living here. And I just realized I should have made slabs instead of these stairs. Man, I cannot spell. Yeah, we should have made these slabs because of the scaling with this place. Jeez, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is a very windy and very rainy day today here in England. My portion of it, at least. And, yeah, it's been that way all day. Okay, well, let's block these in here. We can use them later, because I've got them used just outside here for decoration, because, as you saw in this, if you take a look at the picture I showed you earlier, as well as the actual, like, stills from the movie itself, there's a chair or two that's in this area. This is the side that Barbara approaches from and enters from. So I try to keep that pretty nicely. Yeah, it's not an exact match, because Minecraft scaling and such, but it works nicely. Now I need to go get some more acacia logs, damn! But yes, we're going to be building up to the next floor, and let's just take half of these, convert. 2 stacks, good. Night is approaching. It's interesting that George Romero hasn't actually done the Evening of the Living Dead or anything, because he did it in sort of sequence. He had night, dawn, day, and then it went over to being land, and he's been continuing it very recently with a more loosely named kind of series. He's got well, Land being one of them. He's done a remake of Day, I believe that was him, and he's also got some work done on a sort of reboot in the form of diaries. And I had a chance to go home recently to Darlington, where I picked up pretty much every single DVD I own on the subject, and that's not going to work out nicely, is it? It's a much steeper climb, but it doesn't quite work out the way we'd like it to. So let's pull this out a bit more, and we can round the corner when we get up. Yes, I think that's how we'll do it. There isn't a definitive layout to the upstairs, to my knowledge. I have looked quite a bit before I started this project, which is to say that I don't have a specific exact measurement kind of thing for how the upstairs looks. Well, I know how it looks from the movie, but you don't really get like a full-blown layout. So, it's hard to tell how much of this I'm going to get right. But I suppose we can take some liberties. I'm thinking all of the rooms need to be about 4 blocks tall, because that's more of a... how should I put this? It's more of a comfortable kind of level. It's not necessarily a 100% accurate kind of level, but it's a comfortable kind of level. And that means we need to go another block up. And fetch that back. Using the num key is so very easy that way. Yes, I need to... Get in me, thank you. Get over here! But yeah, that will be 3 blocks tall, and then we need to go another block up to make it 4 on the ground, because we can see over here with the windows, there's a block above and beneath, and then there's the 2 block high windows. And I'm just trying to make this a much more comfortable location to be in, as predominantly because we are building a residence. This was an actual house. Although intriguingly, with regards to the way the movie was shot, the house ground floor and the house first floor, if I can remember how many people do their numbers, is actually a completely different location. If you manage to find the actual farmhouse from Night of the Living Dead, you will note that the ground floor is basically this kind of layout, but the upstairs isn't. And I'm still not entirely sure why that separation was made. I presume it was dominantly due to just fairly simple reasons, like inability to get cameras into place and such. The actual upstairs was a completely different building. But since we have shots of the interior, and we have shots showing how the upstairs is laid out and such, roughly. Again, I don't have exact figures. It shouldn't be too difficult to find a layout that works. So I guess it's relating back to Carpenter Station. It's sort of like how we worked out the basement level. Okay, so we've got 4, and then we've got the floor, which I will not be making out of slabs and such, purely because it's so tremendously irritating to do so. So we need to go up just a little bit further. No, we might as well just have that there, because that's the wall. There. And that brings us to the next floor up. So this is roughly the level for the second floor then. Because we gotta factor in the full height of these rooms. I'm not actually sure what this room was. Like, over here's the parlor. There's the dining room, I believe. That's the living room, the kitchen and stuff, but I don't actually know what this is. It appears on the layouts, and you can see it in the course of the movie, but I'm not actually sure if it's like, if it's a fireplace, or a place where they stored the television. I don't know. Of course, the 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead, released same year I was born, by Tom Savini, who was like legendary as far as Romero's movies go, used a very different building. In fact, it used a noticeably completely different building. The layouts were still largely the same with regards to how the movie played out, but it was a lot bigger, it was a lot more styled. The farmhouse in the original movie was very plain, but we're going to be doing the plain one first. We may do the 1990s version later, which I might even be able to fit onto the original area that I cleared out, which was a huge amount of space and a big waste of time. But let's get one thing done at a time. Thank you. So we've got our stairs, that's our first piece. I kind of wish I'd made the slabs first. Oh, and hello there. Can I help you? Possibly with dying? What a perfect ending. So the living dead have invaded our home, and I shall catch you all next time. Unfortunately we don't have Stampy here, but bye-bye.